It is what it is, man. It is what it is, man. I'm gonna really just talk about the game a little bit. It's a sad day in Dallas, man. Sad day. It's been a sad 2 days. I wouldn't say it's too sad because we didn't really have. I mean, everybody in the media is gonna say, "Oh yeah, Super Bowl expectations," but I promise y'all, in Dallas, I 100% hope to die. No one actually said, "Oh, we're going to the Super Bowl." I mean, you know what? I take that back. Take that back. We got some of those fans, but credible people who watch football, because you got the casuals. That's fine, casuals. I mean, I kind of used to be a casual, when I was in middle school, high school, just watching the game, not really knowing, just kind of watching it, having fun. It's kind of weird because I played football in high school, so you think I'd pay attention to more of that stuff, but I didn't. But I just wanted to watch the football. I didn't care, win, lose. I just wanted to win. But any credible person, they would have told you at the beginning of the year, oh, Cowboys are kind of, we'll see, So don't let the media lie to you and say like, oh, you Cowboy fans are terrible, y'all are delusional. No, we kind of had this, credible people kind of had this theory, especially after the offseason where the Joneses were basically pissing on our leg and told us that it was raining, told us that we were fine. At the wide receiver position, it was obvious we weren't. But that's neither here nor there. That came to bite us in the ass. It is what it is. The Joneses thought they were smarter than us, than the people who are just on the internet. I think, that's kind of what they say. Behind closed doors, you think they're gonna say that shit? Just, oh man, these dudes are idiots. Like, we know what we're doing. We're making our money and but they thought they were smarter than us. They got by getting rid of Amari Cooper. Wasn't mad at Collins. Who was it? And Cedric Wilson, and then signing Gallup, and bringing back Schultz. If you wanted to bring back Schultz, just pay. You should have just paid the man. If you wanted to, I was kind of cool with letting him walk. I didn't want to franchise tag him. Coop was the only one that I was like, bro, y'all are destroying us. Come on. Cedric Wilson, I was kind of. I would have liked him back, but Michael Gallup was a questionable one because I knew the first year off the rip we weren't going to see it. We weren't going to see it. Whatever we thought he was going to be, we weren't going to see it the first year. So it is what it is. They thought they were smarter than us, and this is what happens. But it's not really what I want to talk about. I kind of want to talk about the game. His coaching staff wasn't too bad. Kellen wasn't all that per usual. Mike McCarthy I feel like he was fine. Nothing really. Well, if we should have went for it on that fourth and 8, I believe, when we were on our 40. I think we should have went for it. But at the same time, I don't think that was the backbreak. That wasn't the killing. That wasn't the most killer play to. That wasn't the most killer thing that happened to us. So I'm gonna let that slide a little bit. Because Mike McCarthy, I never hated you. I always wanted to give you a chance. It looks like you came in here and changed the culture a little bit. I love it. You sound like you're doing your thing. Trying to keep it up and see if we can build. Sorry you had to take Kellen in. Dan Quinn coached his butt off. This was a game that he had the perfect game plan for. He knew what he was doing. And he might go and get a job with the Broncos, Cardinals. Forgot where else he's interviewing, but he might just go up and leave. Good luck to him if he does. Great, thank you. Now we just gotta find a way to replace him. But we keep Kellen. Make sure y'all pray for Kellen. Make sure pray he has great interviews. Please pray he has great interviews because there was nothing more I would love to see that man get a higher paying job. Just keep leveling up, Kellen. Exceed from us. I would hate to see you leave. Wink, wink. But if you gotta go search opportunities elsewhere, that's fine. I ain't gonna say nothing. Yeah. So it is what it is. We lost. Coaching staff. I guess 2 out of 3. Mike McCarthy, Dan Quinn. Quinn played great enough to win. Defense played great. Head coach is all right. offensive coordinator. He didn't kill us. He didn't kill us this game. What killed us was his offense, man. Not putting up points. Only 12 points. Dak throwing 2 interceptions. And he was so off target. You know, I know a lot of people, they're trying to break down the film and say, who's that man? Benjamin Solak. You know, he's kind of like a QB guru. And I watched it. You know, I watched what he was saying. You know, I watched a little bit. I watched all of it. You know, his kind of thing is like, well, he didn't really play that bad, you know. It's like, okay, you watch film, you watch tape. I don't know. You say if Dak didn't play bad, I guess I'm not gonna agree with you there, but I'm not gonna kill him. Like, I know some people would get very disrespectful and nasty, but I feel like just chill, bro. Like, live your life. Don't worry about what other people have to say. So what I was saying, I don't agree. I think Dak had a terrible game. The 2 interceptions, that one throw to Gallup on the sideline. It looked a little late. It looked like Dak shouldn't have thrown that ball just regardless. But also Gallup didn't fight for it. But Gallup's been doing that all year. I don't know why we kept doing that, you know, because it was very clear that Gallup couldn't stop, and go. He wasn't the player he was, you know. The best thing he's been doing all year is kind of just skating around the end zone, like the back of the end zone. I swear he had like about at least half of his touchdowns on doing that, you know, just hiding in the background, or hiding in the back of the end zone, running back, you know, right in the red zone. But hopefully he can come back second year off his ACL surgery. Get better. I mean, because it's not like the Cowboys are going to make a big move at wide receiver besides draft another guy, give Tolbert some more chances. We might re-sign T.Y. Hilton. I think it really just depends on money and if he wants to come back. But like I said, Dak had a terrible game. I did not like that game at all. 2 interceptions. That second interception, he did get fooled. You know, Benjamin Solak was kind of that was one play he broke down, and they ran it earlier in the game, and Dak actually took advantage of that same formation. The second time around, they caught on, and Dak didn't really. He got fooled, but he got fooled, and the guy was just standing there the whole time. Like the person, I can't think about who tipped it. The man who tipped the ball up in the air and then went to Fred Warner. That man just stood there the whole time. It's not like he went back and then he didn't bail out and then come back crashing down. He just stood there. Like, if you look at the replay, he probably took like 2 steps to the right, but he was there the whole time. Dak just plainly didn't see him. So I know everybody's saying he got fooled, which he did, but at the same time, you got to see the field. Like, you know, you got to see that there's a guy standing at that route right there. But I don't know. It is what it is. He threw 2 interceptions. It is what it is. You know, I'm not a quarterback guru. I'm not going to sit here and, you know, he probably, you know, I can't look through his eyes, but he probably threw it and said, oh, damn, too late. You know, you never know. It is what it is, but 2 interceptions, they happened. This is probably one of the worst games of his life. I mean, like I said, that throw down the sideline to CeeDee Lamb, that has to, you know, you have to lead him more, dude. You know, you got to lead him. And you know, that's probably that's 6. Can't say 7 because of Brett Maher, but that's 6 right there. 3 minimum, you know, probably looking at a different game, but, you know, instead he kind of just throws it not far. CD has to come back and make a spectacular catch, which is what he's been doing all year, over his whole career. But you don't really want that to happen, you know, because hit him in stride, score a touchdown, right? That's a lot better than a 40-yard game. I think a touchdown looks a lot more sexier than a 40-yard. You know what I mean? That's with me. Then on the last drives, Dak to Gallup up the seam where Dak had it threw it to the left a little bit, a few yards to the right, few yards. The ball throwing a few more yards to the left, and you know he probably most likely catches that ball, comes down with it deep in the territory. And then also, I forgot what series it was. It probably was one of the last series when it was a 3rd and 7. Forget the wide receiver coming down on a drag, a little 5-yard drag. Dak just throws it behind him. No first down. Got to kick a punt. And those are the plays that separates the elite from above average. You know, if you want to take away those plays, I mean, Dak didn't play that good, but he could have righted his wrongs with those 1, 2, 3 passes. You know, I even said in my last video, it doesn't really matter, especially in the playoffs, what you do the whole game, because your teams are so evenly. Most of the games are going to be so evenly matched that it's most likely going to come down to the last 3-2 or last drive. You know, it's in the playoffs, it's always like that. So I never really put too much stock into like the whole game, but I always focus more on, you know, what are you going to do when the game's on the line right now. You know, that's how I've always been. You know, and judging by the last playoff games that Dak has played, his last 3 series, his last couple series, and I say each of the playoff games that he lost, he wasn't perfect. You know, it is what it is. You know, we lost all those. I don't want to harp on that, but we are going to harp on that on another video when I talk about Dak. But he just played a bad game, and a lot of the blame has to go on to him. Dak defenders can't defend him. You know, I've been saying all year he's kind of like in my last video, like I said, I said he's not elite, but he's in that tier after elite, and he has a chance to catapult himself into the elite territory, and he just hasn't. You know, he just didn't do it, and that's just who he is at this point. 7 years in, you're not going to get anything new. He's not going to learn some new tricks. The best we could do, we're stuck with him for at least 1-2 more years maybe, and then that's when it's going to get real. That's when we're going to see, you know, is Jerry gonna want to go through QB purgatory? You know, because if we don't have Dak, I'm not trying to say I'm kind of already done with Dak. I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I'm done with him. You know, but I'm gonna be, you know, rooting for him. I'm gonna hope he proves me wrong. You know, so it is what it is on Dak. I'm done with him, but we're gonna have to deal with him for another year, 2 years maybe. Hopefully next year, you know, I'll talk about it later in another video, but hopefully next year, if this is his last year, then we need to go all in, right? Like, if it's his last year, I feel like we have to go all in, you know. But we're not going to do that. This is the Cowboys. We're going to want to build, keep our draft capital, keep our cap space, you know, because shit's going to hit the fan in about in a year. When Dak's ready for another contract, shit's going to hit the fan. You're going to have to get off the pot. But that's a year from now, so I'm not going to really harp on that. Just going to worry about this off season coming up. It sucks. Cowboys lost. We should have won. We had the game to win. That's why certain quarterbacks get paid the big bucks, you know. I mean, well, a lot of quarterbacks get paid the big bucks. That's why certain quarterbacks are in a different tier by themselves, you know. Pay wise, everybody's gonna get paid. Every quarterback, if you're top, I'd say 10, 15, even medium quarterbacks, even the average quarterback, they're getting like all this cash, you know. So if you're a quarterback, you're gonna get paid. So I don't try to focus on pay or whatever, but I want to dive deep more. I want to dive into Dak just a little bit more when I collect my thoughts. I kind of have to take a day just to kind of just regroup and just kind of like just chill out, think about what I wanted to say, but still going off the dome anyway. So did I really think about what I had to say? I don't know. It is what it is. But Cowboys lose. 19-12. We them boys. Next year, man. I guess it is what it is. Oh, but before I leave though, I swear, in Dallas, like, if you were a credible football, like you watch football, you know, you weren't a casual, a Cowboy fan would have told you that this wasn't going to be our year. I feel like they exceeded our expectations, but it is what it is. I guess I'll give a season recap in another video, but I just wanted to talk about the playoff game. Next year, right? Peace.